changed it to rectangular form with an x and a y, or you changed it like to something you would see in algebra. Okay, so what does this thing look like? If I graph y is equal to 3, just in my algebra class, what am I graphing? A line. What kind of line?
Up.
Horizontal line at 3. Okay?
Straight across.
Straight across. Now, if I forget that, and students do forget that, they forget which way it goes. Well, you know, I've got this nifty calculator that I could do y is equal to 3. And I can say, oh yeah, that thing goes across. Okay, and then I've got it.
I was
All right.
calculator.
So, remember that we spent some time on Monday saying that, we even talked about it in class today, saying that, you know, when you're talking about a point, you can describe that point with a polar coordinate or a rectangular coordinate. It's the same point, the description's different, but the point is the same. So let me ask you this point right here, if I were to ask you to describe it as a polar coordinate, giving me an angle and an r value, could you do that? What's the angle?
2 pi. Power 2.
Pi over 2, because it's a 90-degree angle, right? And what's the r value? 3. Okay, so what I want you to do now is go to your graph, and I want you to plot that polar point, 3 pi over 2. So I'm finding my pi over 2 angle, and I'm counting up 3 units. Now remember, the points don't really change. Like, that point is the same as this point. It's just a different system. The description's different, but the point is in exactly the same place. So if I come up here and I put another point right next to the first one, where is that point going to be on the polar graph? If it's right next to the first one on the rectangular graph, it'll be right next to it on the polar graph. Okay? So in actuality, if this graph does, because the graph is made up of points, if it does that line on the rectangular graph, what's it going to look like when you take it to a polar graph? Same thing. So do exactly the same thing. Okay? The picture of the points don't change. The description changes, but the points themselves stay in the same place. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to draw my line, and I'm done. Okay? So you're going to use that one point to sort of locate it, to figure out where it is. But the graph